Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We are about to get another batch of immigrants, which is fantastic timing because we are getting really low on labor. So we only have 2 left. We just had a couple become laborers, so that's wonderful. And we have 2 tech points ready to go. And I think I'm kind of sick of gathering my rocks and my iron from around the map. So we're going to get into mining and we're going to get into quarrying right now. So we should have a couple good mine spots right around town here. So let's see if I'm right in this. So we have a regular mine where we can get coal and iron from. And look at this. This is just perfect right in here. We could maybe get like 3 mines in here and maybe 2. So we're going to do that right now. Let's go with 1 right here. And we'll go just a little bit down the way. And we'll go right there. Okay. Yep, that'll work. Can we go this way? No, but we could probably get another one over on this side. Oh yeah, we could if we needed it. Okay, so we'll get those 2 started. And our immigrants have arrived, so let's go and pick those peeps up. And go over here, check 14 immigrants. Wonderful, let's grab those peeps. We're at 15 now. We have our farms working hard over here. We got 3 in all of them. I put in people enough to get 4 people working on each of our docks, so those are working hard as well all the time for us. And we're probably going to need some more food after taking in those bundle of people. So I think we're going to get some more corrals going, or pastures, excuse me. I did put in 3 more. I put 1 with goose because we needed some more feathers, so I was going to get that started. And I think we should get into some more buffalo. Well, what I would really like to do is get ourselves some pigs. You can see here that we have 539 silver coins, and that is from our caravan. It arrived just a little bit ago. And it gave us back our 7 workers, so we got those guys back. So that was cool. There wasn't like any event or anything. It just was like, oh, hey, this guy's back. And got our workers back. And then, like I said, it got our coins. So that's cool. That's you can do a caravan and have it like continuously go, I believe. We don't really have a good surplus item to do that with. We did do timber in the last go, and that worked out just fine. But I mean, 539 coins isn't really worth it for 7 people being gone for almost a year. So I do want to check the factions. So with Carlos, we should have some rep. And we, oh, 5? 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is like really serious to get a level here. So 1 trip is 5. So that's a lot of trips. And to do it with everybody, that is quite the thing. So I wonder if we could have multiple trading posts and have multiple caravans going all at once, like end game. That would be really cool. We'll see when we can get there. What else we got going on? We got, looks like our bricks are good to go and our glass is good to go. I think I'm going to up the bricks because bricks are just so good to have around town. And get those guys going as well. We'll get these mines built up. We'll get some workers in there. But we do need to get our quarry, and let's not forget about the quarry. And where would be a good spot for this thing? So I want to go more farms up this way, so I'm going to leave that open. And then on this side, I want to go pastures, corrals. We're going to leave that open. And I was thinking about maybe putting another marketplace in this space, or maybe up in here, and kind of keep expanding this way. Oh, there's a weird bear over here. Let's just put a bookmark in our quarry. What does the bear say? A wild animal seemingly lost has suddenly appeared and is destroying trees. Set us in to capture it? Calm it and send it home. Capture it. You need iron tools. We have the iron tools, but I think we're going to calm it and send it home. 2 groups of quacking chickens were found beside the bear. So that would be tiers, I believe. I don't know how many we had to begin with, but we should have a few more now. So that's cool. I think is what that is. Because unless chickens... No, maybe? Maybe. Yeah, okay. I think those are idle chickens that give us tiers to build the things like the blueprints here that... let's see if we can find any nowadays. Yeah, right here. Tiers. So I think that's what that was about. So that's cool. We got our 12 workers. So this mine is nearly complete. We'll get them in there once that's done. I did throw in another research institute to speed up the process a little bit more. Another thing that I was thinking of doing now that we have extra laborers was go ahead and get into the school. Schools are going to slow down our worker rate. New workers coming in, I mean. And that's kind of stinks, and it's a little bit annoying. but they are better off in the long run. So you get more efficient workers, and so that's why we're gonna do it. We're gonna do our cut stone road right in here, like so. Get that going, and so that is gonna happen. And then we had our mine get completed. I don't think we need 5 workers in here right away. Aren't really using iron that much, but coal we are using a good amount of. So let's go ahead. We'll leave the 5 people working on coal, and then we can substitute that coal, or substitute the timber with the coal, so we can use that to make the refined fuel instead of using up our timber. And then when this thing is complete, then we'll get a couple of people working on iron. But it looks like we need some more stone. So now that it's wintertime, we can use our farmers to come gather some stone. This is a little bit far out, so there's kind of a risk of freezing to death. Let's see if we can see anything that is closer. Not really. This is iron. This looks like iron too. Yeah, so a lot of iron over here, but not a whole lot of stone. We've been picking up stone like crazy, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to get into the quarry and back into the mines and get that going. So did we actually find a spot for that mine or that quarry? I think we got distracted by that bear. So let's go ahead. We'll find the spot for this quarry and get this started. This might work up in here, like right here. The quarries are, really ugly. So I would prefer to not even put one in, but we kind of need it. So I think I'm gonna run it like borderline over here, and we'll do that and cut stone road. And we could, I think I even mentioned it last episode, is put a transfer station up over here too, and just have that to help move stuff around. We'll go like that. Okay, that'll work. And yeah, so that'll get built up. Where is our transfer station? Don't we have one up here? I thought we had 2. We had this transfer station that is right here. That's doing great work. And then this one, we don't have one up here at all. Okay, so yeah, we should get another one going. Shift click on that guy, and that's gonna work perfectly right there. So we could even do some more industrially stuff in this little section, and that will be facilitated by the transfer station too. That's right there. So that's wonderful. We got our other tech point. I'm not really sure what I want to do quite yet with that tech point. Maybe we look at a little bit more trade stuff. So the insurance, unlock the function of buying insurance for caravans. The town can get compensation if the insured caravan meets with mishap. Okay, that's interesting. Pottery might be good so that we can start to make cutlery, and so we can trade that more consistently. Without the grocery stores now, we don't really have anything really to trade, but if we can get the pottery going, we could start doing that. So I think we're gonna get the Pottery Workshop, and that's gonna use clay and sand and turn it into cutlery. So let's get the Pottery Workshop. And that little area we were just talking about up here, this could be a fine addition to it. So we'll go ahead and we'll plop this guy in right here. So we'll probably need a little warehouse too. So what's gonna happen is we'll get the warehouse up here, and then the warehouse and the transfer station can all work together to get this thing, the clay it's gonna need. So that's gonna bring it from all the way down here all the way up there. So that should be good to go. This thing is also gonna need sand. It's gonna do the same thing. It might be better to even just build it down here, but I'm kind of running out of space a little bit, and I don't want to cram everything in so much like I normally do. Like, this is already getting a little bit tight in here. I kind of want to try and stay away from that just for the look of it, just to not do it for once. The clay we have 1,000 of. Wow, we're doing really good on sand and clay production, so that'll be great. How about our kilns? Where are those guys at? I think these are 500, 290. Okay, yeah. So that's slow going with that, making that stuff. But we got those things ready. We don't have anything that we can really do with this dock here, but it's kind of worth watching for some blueprints. I mean, what am I going to do if I get blueprints, right? I don't have anything to trade for, but it's something to keep in mind that we want to watch for those. So I think getting this pottery will be really good, and that will help with that. Something else in the last episode that I didn't mention in this one is that we got all of our theaters ready to roll. We got 1, 2 right here, and then a third one over here, and that's capturing all of these except for these 4, which are captured by this one right here. So that's pretty sweet. And the reason why I was thinking of putting the marketplace, a new marketplace, up right over here, is that we can kind of share a little bit with the church here and this theater, just a couple like on this end, and just kind of grow this way a little bit. But what else to put in here, I'm not quite sure yet. We could do a couple mines on this end maybe, and do like an iron processing area a little bit. I do like to do a steel processing area when we get that far, but we're not quite there yet. But it could be an idea. A future plannings is to do it that way. We could also put some mines over here too. I think that would be a good spot. This should be done by now. No, not quite. We're just waiting on that stone. So that should be good to go. What are you waiting for? Iron ore? We should have that. Yeah. So that's all happening. It's taking a little bit of time. Cut stone on this guy. So yeah, because we don't have the base stone, we don't have cut stone going on. I'm just gonna quick look around, see if there's any more. Yeah, it's all iron except for way down here. A little bit of mix there, iron. Yeah, there's really nothing that close. So I'm gonna grab this wad of stuff and things, and I'll grab this as well, and this, and that's like a lot of the stone on the map. We have 10 laborers, so that shouldn't be that big of an issue. We do have a bunch over here that we can grab. Oh, we're just not quite there yet. And we do have these floaty boys. Let's see. Solve the lantern riddles, give us the food things, or fireworks, I guess. So that's cool. We got the fireworks. We are doing pretty well with births. We've had births the last couple seasons. 2, 2, 3, 1. So not like a ton, but it's happening. So that's good. It means our happiness is doing well. We are at high, so that's wonderful. 81% fertility rate, doing great. And our hearts are doing really well. So we're doing pretty good, I feel like. I'm pretty happy with our progress we've been making so far. It has been 31 years, which is kind of a lot, but you know, you gotta take it kind of slow when you're on extreme. You don't want to go too crazy at the beginning because your beginning sucks. The rest of it's going to be a difficult challenge. So I think we're doing all right. But I would like to get those pigs just because of the food that they provide. The leather is nice from the buffalo, absolutely. But as you can see, we only have 5. We do have this advanced tailor making us down jackets. We got some linens, got some feathers. Those are from our geese. This is from our flax, of course. And then these guys are just working the leather from the buffalo. You might even want to like cut this back one. Now, I don't know. We could try and get some more linen going, but then we're gonna need more flax. That might be something that we end up doing though, regardless. Put a couple more farms up in here. It might be something to do. And then this is gonna connect here real nicely. The transfer station is gonna help with those farms over here. This one doesn't quite reach everything, but you know, the people are gonna carry that stuff anyways. So that should be all right. We could even get into fermenting. Might be nice to get into, just because we have so many distilleries over here. I want like more people in one distillery instead of having the 3 that, you know, these are sitting at max. So you know, let's up this. We'll go 750. Make that a little bit higher. And how about our pottery deal? Is this thing done yet? Over here, Pottery Workshop. Oh, you know what? I don't have a lot of builders. That's what's happening. Feel like that. I had to flex some builders out when I was getting low on workers, so that's what that deal was. Got only 1 person repair. This guy's it's a police station. None of these buildings look like they're too damaged, so I think we're doing okay with 1 repair person, which is kind of nuts to me. I feel like that's a lot to work on, but they're handling it just fine, so that's great. Our school isn't quite built yet, so we're kind of waiting on that, getting some hammers going. So yeah, with these extra builders, it shouldn't be that much longer. So I'll bring back when the stuff is good to go, and then we can set it up and everything will be swell. All right, we are all built up. We got our quarry working. We got only 1 person in there right now. We don't have a ton of extra laborers yet, but we got another batch of immigrants on the way. We have our transfer station working, transporting our wild veggies and some water around town for us, and our pottery workshop is doing good. We had 72 porcelains. I decided on porcelain because we had the clay, the sand, and the refined fuel, so I figured why not? It's going to sell for a little bit better. So with this next batch of immigrants, I think I'm going to try and sell some of this porcelain. I don't know if like 70 is really worth it though, to send that many people out, just get a couple more silver coins. You know, I'm not really sure how many we'll get. We could try before we send them off to see how much it will give us. I think there was a little thing that told us how much we're gonna make before we send them, if I recall correctly. So we'll just hold off just for a second until our immigrants arrive, and then we will send that thing on the way. You can see here I had to take out a bunch of people from our research institutes because I needed to flex some workers around, so that's why those guys are all waiting for people. And then up over here, I did put in another marketplace. So I like this area. We can get some mines over here, like I mentioned, mines over here. That doesn't really share much with anything, so we're gonna have to put in its own church, its own theater, its own bathhouse, all the basic things like we have done, you know, 100 times by now. So we'll do that, and this is a good spot for some housing, I think. That was one of my ideas too. We need 18 people for new houses. We can get that started up here. Maybe we put in another chopping house or whatever these things are. Forester set up there. Maybe another hunter. You know, stuff like that we could do up there maybe. So our town hall people are here. 14 immigrants, so grab that. And there we go. 14 more, 18 workers now. We do have our school packed. I believe it's packed. Yeah, 15 students. Lots of people there now. And that was part of our lack of laborers. We knew that was going to happen though. But now that we got some peeps, let's go ahead and we'll put a couple more people back in here. Get this research stuff back up and operating at full speed. And let's get into this caravan stuff. So we'll go here. Let's go with form a caravan, and we're gonna go see Carlos again, selling items. And I want to sell, let's see, where would that be? Traded goods, maybe? Ooh, so we do have some jewelry, I think, from an event or something at one point, and that's worth 90. So that's really good. I'm wondering if, yeah, that's price. I wish this showed quantity. If I hover over this, okay, that's how you do it. Hover over it, yeah. So we have 20 here. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll put this required amount for survival 0, and we're gonna go with 20. So the weight is gonna be our biggest issue here again. So that's gonna get us 1800. That's not bad. So here we go 96. So let's see. Well, let's just go 90. And total weight, we're way underweight. So that's not bad. 96. And we'll get, yeah, see, that 2600 is just, that's not a lot. I feel like we just need to wait for more things to trade. That's just, you know, that's just not a lot. Not really worth it to take 7 workers away. You know, it was one thing to like try it out for the first time and see how it goes, but yeah, that's yeah, I don't like that. We're gonna need to set up like a trade system. It's just like a bunch of these pottery workshops just pumping out porcelain things, and then we could really trade that stuff. I think that would be a better option than to just send this 90 that we have. That's just kind of silly, I think. So we're doing okay with clay and sand, so we could definitely do at least one more. Oh, but we do have some open slots, so let's do that. Ooh, we got an event. Let's check out that. A hole in the snow. I don't think I've seen this one before. The ground was covered by a seamless white coating after a heavy snow, but a citizen still found a hole there has been dug up, with dirt and snow scattered around. Excavate it or keep it there and observe. Let's excavate it. Citizens dug up a lot of good clay, but found no treasure. Hey, clay is a treasure, so that's not bad at all. That's just like 1400 clay or something. Something good. A good amount of clay, regardless. So that's great. We can, those 3 people are gonna start to really make us some porcelain. Let's get this thing up to like, I don't know, like 1,000. I don't want to hit cap on that for a while yet. We're doing great with the income of our sand pits, keeping up with our sand and clay. I mean, these kiln factories are at 500 each. They're just hanging out. Now, with those extra bricks, no, we should just put this to 1,000. But with those bricks that we have right now, it might be a good idea to upgrade some of the stuff we have here, our warehouses. Sitting at 100, boom, now it's sitting at 50, 53, and 99, 99. Yeah, these are all really high, and it only takes 100 to get the expansion remodel going. So I think we'll do that, and that's going to help us to not have to do as many warehouses around here, of course. So that should be good. 53, 53, 53. There we go. So that's going to help out a little bit. We got 11 workers. I'm thinking it's almost time to put in another vendor in our marketplaces. It's kind of hard to know like when it's time to put more in here, but I feel like once we have a good amount of houses around, I mean, this isn't nearly as many houses as we could have in here, but I think I'm going to put a second person in there for now. If we need the person elsewhere, we will definitely move them around, but I think I'm going to do that here as well. Now, in our space up here, we could definitely start to put in the things that we require. Now, you know, yeah, we'll just start with warehouses, I guess. We're gonna need a couple warehouses, and we want these close by. We're gonna need to ship some goods out, and we want stuff to be close. So we're gonna go like that, and we're gonna need, of course, our bathhouse and all the other things that we're going to need. That covers up a good amount right there. That's not bad. we can get this thing like, I don't know, here-ish. Okay, and then our clinic, the clinic, a little border right there, not too much. We'll go right there. That should work. And then our theater, trying to, you know, not waste as much space as possible. We can get this guy about right there. Church is the next one, and maybe sneak that guy in right here. Oh, that, no, almost. I would have gone one more over on our theater. We could have done it there. All right, so now we'll do our cut stone road and get that in place. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit for that stuff to get built up, and then we'll put some houses in there later. We'll probably do that in between episodes. Not the most exciting thing to watch me place houses, so we'll hold off on that. And you know what would else be good up here? If we could do a bunch of nurseries at some point. That's plenty of space up there for that stuff, and that would be really good to have. But I think we should get into reeds first. So if we get into reeds, we can get into baskets, which is good for our carry weights. See here. And processing knitting is also good because then we can get ropes and fish. And there are some more later game recipes that require rope, so you have to get into reeds at some point. I think we're going to do it right now. We'll get that started, and this is just to gather the reeds. We can't really process them yet. We need another checkpoint, but for now we'll get this started. And I was thinking that this little area right on the lake would be not bad for our reed processing, or gathering, I mean. We'll do a couple of these guys on there like that. I'll just do the 2 for now, and we'll get the cut stone road and we'll work that up this way like so. Oh, I didn't realize that those were on different levels. And there we go. That'll be great. Get that started here. This guy here. I'm wondering if we need another warehouse a little bit closer. It's kind of a long ways to go all the way down here for that. So we're going to put in another warehouse. I'll sneak it in. Let's see, that's 4 and this is 5. Yeah, we'll put this guy right here. That's fine, because then these things can work there too. Right now, though, we should have a decent amount of coal. Only 48 coal, really. I wonder if these guys are using it. Where am I using coal? Before we did ban it so that we wouldn't process it, but you can see here we made 294 coal, and I don't think I swapped these over yet. Did I? No, I didn't. Interesting. So we're using coal somewhere. It's got to be to heat the houses. I don't know where else we would be using it unless we had a blacksmith that's calling for it, but I don't think we got that far yet. No. Kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know where that coal's going to, but I could ban it so we don't do anything with it. We just hoard it, which we could do that too. These things are almost done. That's great. We're almost ready for another checkpoint, so we could even, you know, once these things are good to go, we could even get into processing a little bit. We should have a little bit of reeds saved up. Let's see if I can find them anywhere, and we can see. Okay, here we go. Oh, only 81. Okay, I thought we were gonna have way more than that. We've been gathering that stuff around the map since the beginning of the game, so I thought we might have a few more, but we don't apparently. So I think let's get into here a little bit more, like we were talking about. Let's do another pottery workshop. I know that we added in 2 people beforehand, and that was going to help our production of this stuff. We're going to do another one and get that started, and that's just going to be all the better. We have 10 laborers now, which is pretty great, and this is going to get built up. Oh, one thing that I remembered that we need up there is going to be one of these guys. Need a well. Pop that guy right there. That'll be good. And then we'll do the housing and stuff on this side, and then maybe up here, like I say, maybe nurseries or something. And we could do like all of this stuff, houses. Maybe even over here too. It'd be a good spot for housing. We'll definitely need 2 vendors working in there, because it'll be a lot more houses than like down here. So maybe we adjust that when we get to that point. Just, you know, think ahead a little bit when you're designing stuff like this. Yeah, now we're at 27 people who want new houses. So let's get into our checkpoint. You know, I think we might as well finish off entertainment. What are we looking at here? Citizens just -10. Man, maybe not. We're not hurting so bad for that. Mining, smelting would be good. I thought about that, but I know if I get into this, that I think it's the smelter or forge. One of these two. When you get into those, that triggers disasters. It seems like almost every time I've done these, when I've had disasters on, you get a tornado like shortly after that. I'd have disasters off because I didn't want to deal with them because they're just a pain in the butt and don't really add anything to the game for me. So that's not gonna happen. But just so you know, that triggers a disaster sometimes. But we were talking about processing our reeds into baskets. So we could do that. Let's go processing, knitting, and into ropes too. So let's do this. We got this guy, knitting workshop, and that's here, processing, knitting, boom. And you know, we might want another transfer station up here to deal with the product that's going to be produced with the stuff right here. So we'll get that guy going. We'll do the one for now. We're probably going to want another one. I checked this. It doesn't quite reach there. Okay, yeah. Probably going to do another one, but it might not be right in this space. We'll put another transfer station here, though. But that transfer station I want there, not only for these, but also because these fuel factories right here, it's going to go right into there, get traded out, and the gatherer's hut and the forester's hut too, all that stuff too. So that's good stuff. And I think that's going to wrap up this episode. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a fantastic and amazing day today, and I hope you have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival.